This practice is about being with the breath throughout all parts of our body, or learning to place our awareness within specific regions of our body. It can be one after the other, like head to toe, or if there's a particular part of our body which is affected by some limitation, like an illness, or has some emotional hurts, or is just having some pain, or feeling some constriction, we can learn to bring our awareness specifically into the part, be with our natural breath, so that the breath fully arrives into this region, flows, thus purifying and healing the part. So we'll begin this practice. First, let us ground ourselves and be with the natural breath. So sit comfortably in a place where you won't be disturbed for about 10 minutes. Sit in any way that's comfortable, or you can even lie down. Bring your attention to the body. Bring your awareness to your breath as it is. That's what we mean by natural breath. We don't modify the breathing. We become curious. We bring in an attitude of even worship. We just want to connect to this something very beautiful called the breath, which is flowing and bringing something precious into our body. So just connect to the breath as it is and be with it for a few moments. If you get distracted, just come back into the practice. Now we'll continue this practice, taking the breath into the different parts. I just give an additional instruction for those who've been doing this for a while, who just want to take it one step deeper. As you are with your natural breath, there's an inflow, outflow. At the end of the in-breath or the end of the out-breath, there would seem to be a tiny gap. It's like when you throw a ball in the air, as it goes up in the air, it'll seem as if it'll pause for a microsecond before it drops down. Similarly, every breath, at the top of the in-breath, there would seem to be a microsecond gap, and same way in the out-breath. See if you can just latch on to that gap. Be with the gap also. Sometimes you may not be able to see the gap in all the breaths, but whichever breath you see the gap, that has a transformative silence. Just a microsecond drop of that gives that quality to us. We take the practice across our body, bring attention to your head region in general or a specific region. Stay there, be with your natural breath, and in your inner senses, which is now placed within your head, detect the movement of breath, and if possible, detect the presence of the gap. Bring your awareness to your neck region. Place your awareness inside and with your inner senses, which is you see something or feel something on the inside. Stay till you get the sense of the breath flowing there, and if possible, also detect the gap and be with the gap, be with the breath. Bring your awareness to your chest region. It can be the center, left, right, or the solar plexus. You can be more present in the front or the back. You can vary these location of your presence at different points of time in your practice. Stay somewhere in this heart region, chest region. Be very quiet inside and see if you can catch the moment of breath. Identify with it and its gap and the silence behind it. Bring your awareness down to your stomach region and do the same thing. In real time, when you do the practice, you can stay longer or shorter in each part, depending on intuitively how you feel and the awareness of breath and the gap. Now move your awareness to your pelvic region, go within it, and you will see it with your inner senses. Wait to catch the movement of breath and identify with it and the natural gap. And then move over to your legs up until your feet. It's almost like you choose a spot and go there, and then keep changing the spots in your later practice. Go into the body and wait, being with your natural breath. See if you feel a tiny movement of the breath. And when you do that, it becomes very potent. The body plus breath and your awareness mixes. Purifies, strengthens, and that is good enough. And by chance, if you can also direct the breath at the end of the inflow or the outflow, and if you direct the tiny silence, the tiny gap, you enter into a more transformative space. And in that space, if you can just leave your awareness open to whatever is divine to you, to whatever is the divine above to you, you slowly become ready to receive a new consciousness, a new creation. This completes the guidance If you have some time, you can now go over the body from top to down or from feet to head or any specific parts. Wait there as long as short as you wish and continue the practice on your own.